Welcome to NOLIMIT'S Playhouse. Axel has revised EX-E-G40's House-Rules Playtest, Round 2 and 3, Game 16. Those are the players, brought to you by the big band hits of the 40s. They get you in the war mood. Should be Round 2 to conclude with the Far East Command and France. Into Round 3 of China's turn. They go first in my house rules. Before we get to that, let's see what CROCKETT did for his Italy. And I have to correct some mistakes he made. It was minor. It's no big deal. Get to that later. He's pulling his 2 tanks. Yeah, but he takes over Egypt, but he mistakenly took it Transjordan, which you cannot do because his transport at the time in Malta cannot be used for combat purposes until the new round because it was previously retreated, survived a retreat in 98. It was in currently into 96. The British missed on shooting them down. That transport down went to 96, so it cannot be used for combat purposes until the new round. So he doesn't get Transjordan. So he just moves everything to Egypt, and this is not set in stone. We discussed it over chat. He'll put his transport and cruiser in 95, but that's not set in stone. So he says he'll rethink on his non-combat moves. So we'll see. It's no really big deal because it doesn't really affect my 3 turns anyway. Except for Transjordan, you don't get a Transjordan. But you still get a tall amount of money. Got what, 31 altogether. There's 2 NOs and rolling for war bonds. Hit on a 5. Ugh. In the war bonds, they had to tweak that a little bit. You don't get 2 dice as in the previous game to roll. You get the best roll. You just roll. I tweaked it as you get war bonds. You get just 1 roll. Either 1 roll, go with the results, or just get the 3 IPCs automatically. But he got greedy and rolled his dice, and it paid off. You get 5 IPCs instead of 3. Wish you could roll the 1. That would have been great, but he didn't. So that's all I'm going to say about that. He built 6 troops, put them in the boot, and so it's true. He says they're playing, so we'll go to Rome as well. We'll see. He said he'll take 2 units from Tunisia and put them in Northern Italy, but we'll see what he says about that. He still wants to do that. Anyway, let's go to Far East Command. They'll have what? What do they have? Yeah. 19 to spend for Calcutta side and 10 to spend for Sydney side. But they got to keep their economy separate until they're officially at war with Japan. Or rather, until Japan declares war on them or in the 4th round. So your economies are separate, so let's get to it. 19 to spend for Calcutta side. Spend 18 of it, saving 1. We built 3 tanks. Call it some CROCKETT. Can't take it out because I got my video to do. Alright, and Sydney side's going to, with their 10 IPCs, are going to build a fighter. So let's get to it. They'll declare no battles. So there's no non-coms. Alright, so let's go. Let's go to Sean State and Calcutta. March in 3 men. 2 artilleries into Burma. Whereas Sean State, they have 4 troops. They're going to move 2 troops, leaving 2, and put them into Burma. Of course, it's playing also. Sean State's going to Burma, and these 2 players from Java also going to Burma. And with that, trans and destroyed in the 80s. Gonna pick up a man from Iraq. Go to 39. With the cannon in India. Calcutta, that is. These two planes from Transjordan. Fighter and mech. Fighter and diver. Go force face 1, 2, 3, 4 to Western India. Yeah. That. Right. And transport 45 is going to pick up a man from Dutch New Guinea and go to Sumatra. Can't capture it, we can land on it. Under my roads, they can't capture the economy until the 4th round or until Japan declares war on the Western powers, which they haven't done yet. Again, but I gotta get this turn done first. Alright. Destroyer 54 C zone, Studio 54. Could pick up a man. Sea base. From in Borneo, 43. And his cruiser from 55. 55! Going to Studio 54 C zone. As well as a heavy cruiser from 62 going there as well. To 54. So that's it. Put down my units. Taser going to Calcutta. This plane's going to Sydney. So 19 for Calcutta side. So, plus I saved one, so it'll be 20 altogether. And Sydney gets 10. I'll do the recap later. We'll go to the Free French. And no combats either. Got 3 non-coms. Destroyers 71. Off a sea base going to 83 C zone. And this destroyer 91 is going to 104. Because why not? Yeah, let's see. Should or should not? Okay. Call me again. I can't answer it right now. Yeah. These 3 men from Morocco is going to march into Algeria. Because why not? And what else? That's it for the Free French. You get no money. Do the recap later. Go to China's turn. Have 16 to spend. You can spend 15 of it. Saving the 1. We got to draft 5 men. Burma Road not open, so I can't build artillery. So we'll have 1 combat. 1 man from Szechuan is going to march into an empty Yunnan. No longer controlled by the Japanese. Excellent. So that puts me up at 7. And I believe Japan goes down to 31. Alright, put down my units. 5 men are going to Szechuan, of course. And 7, I'll collect 7. 5, 6, 7. I saved 1. 8. Burrows now open. Collect another 6. So I believe what? 8 and 6. 14 to spend. So no, do the recap. Alright. For China, Szechuan, there's got 2 fighters, 7 artilleries, 15 men. 1 man in Yunnan, 1 man in Burma. For the French, 1 man in Transjordan. Destroyer in 83. Command in French West Africa. 3 men in Algeria. Fighter in Gibraltar. Cruiser in 91. Destroyer in 104. 104. 2 men in the United Kingdom. Alright, and for the Far East Command. Got a fighter and diver in West India. In Calcutta, they got 3 tanks and artillery. Seazone 39, they got a trans and destroyer. Seazone off of Sumatra. Seazone 41, they got transport. 1 man Sumatra. 1 man Borneo. Destroyer in 43. Studio 54 Seazone, they got 1 cruiser, 1 heavy cruiser, and Z battleship. Yeah, screw this. We're going to 55 instead. So now in 55, my favorite number. Battleship, cruiser, and a heavy cruiser. 1 fighter in Sydney. And in Queensland, I got looks like 3 men. 1 arty. 2 AA guns. 2 men in Shan State. And in Burma, I got this written down. Burma, I got 12 infantry, 3 AA guns, 4 fighters, and 2 artilleries in Burma. Concludes the turn. And I'm going to call Croc, see what he wanted. Try to correct his non-coms from his last turn, his little videos. So stay tuned for further adventures of round 3 with CROCKETT again. CROCKETT, that is. Have a good turn, Croc, but not an amazing one. No limit out.